it off. Check, 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 check.
Feel like it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Whoa, went right back to it.
That's cool. Come join us in our circle. Up to you.
got a seat buddy. One of the best seat buddies.
I agree.
You might put her to work.
I might. She may be pressing buttons.
I have a question for you. Candle lighting. So I know people usually read the prayer and sing it.
Would you like to sing?
I just like to sing it.
Fine with me. Go for it.
That's something.
A little tight. Try to give us a little more room. All right. Nice to be seated. you just press it again. And that's all you need because it's a nigun. There's no words. I didn't want to write yet, did I?
Wait, it's there.
All right.
Oh, do we have the right candle reading? We'll find out. Yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, yai da 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 da. Those are the only words you need. Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our Kabbalat Shabbat Service. And it's so nice to have Shannon with us, hanging with Cantor and myself. We continue the lighting of our Shabbat candles, like to call upon the wonderful Eileen Levine.
In the beginning, the Most High made heaven and earth.
In every beginning there is darkness, the darkness of ignorance which smothers human dignity, the darkness of fear which chokes the creative will, the darkness of tyranny which stifles freedom.
The Most High said, "Let there be light."
The Sabbath candles celebrate the divine power that makes for life and light.
Eloheinu
asher kidshanu mitzvotah.
V'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed is the eternal power that inspires our people to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Blessed is the source of light and life.
May we be blessed with the light of dignity, creation, and freedom.
May we be blessed with a life of joy, love, and peace.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Lechu neranena, l'Adonai Yariah, Letzur Yishenu, Letzur Yishenu, 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 Nekadma Fana, Betoda, Bizmirot Narialo, Nekadma Fana, Betoda, Bizmirot Narialo, Lechu neranena, l'Adonai Yariah, Letzur Yishenu, Letzur Yishenu, Lechu neranena, l'Adonai Yariah, Letzur Yishenu, Letzur Yishenu, Nekadma Fana, Betoda, Bizmirot Narialo, Nekadma Fana, Betoda, Bizmirot Narialo, Lechu neranena, l'Adonai Yariah, Letzur Yishenu, Letzur Yishenu, Lechu neranena, l'Adonai Yariah, Letzur Yishenu, Letzur Yishenu.
Yesh. And now from Sol Aviv to a little Nava Tehila L'Chadodi. I'm always thinking of being in the Jerusalem, hearing them the first time we got to actually hear this band in the train station in Jerusalem on Erev Shabbat. What they do in Israel on Shabbat during the summer is they actually do a public Shabbat experience in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. And this is the band that leads the Jerusalem one. They do only once a month, but they're amazing. That's your build-up.
Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamoy v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmiyanu el miuchad, Adonai echad, Hu Shemo echad, L'Shem u'Tiferet v'Litzilah.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
לקראת שבת לכוונך, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם ניסוחה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך ניגע.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי
לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Please join me. God, help us to make this new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the work you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi-Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon,
Mi-Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Baruchuni leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon,
Mi-Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Zeitchem leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon,
Mi-Melech, Malchei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai yai lai, yai lai 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 lai,
Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
Yitkadal v'yitkadash v'rava.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivarach chirutei ve'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru
Amen.
Yehi
Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam U'Lalmei Almaya Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal Shemhei Dekudesha
Brichu.
Richu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran ve'ama ve'imeru
Amen.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed Yalla lai 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 Yalla lai lai lai.
Please be seated. We join together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach she'arim, ובתבונה משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברק כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום מביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. יאי לי 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 יאי לי 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 יאי לי לי ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more deep cleansing breath in.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי Bitem
Kedoshim Lelohechem.
Ani
Adonai Elohechem, Asher Hotzeiti Etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Liot Lachem Lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. We continue responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there's one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing
on the shores of the sea.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, לחיים. May you shelter us with peace until the morning comes. May you lay us down with love, and may you raise us up. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'amidenu shomrenu l'chaim, l'chaim. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash.
We continue with our tefillah. Please rise if you're able.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava. Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michal mocha bal גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמנתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha bi'ira na'avod. Together, God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, atov shimcha na'eh lehodot. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, or eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael ve'et ha'olam ba'shalom. Well, this week's Torah portion is from the book of Leviticus, and it is Tzav, which means command. It's actually the imperative, command! So it's a big one, But it's interesting because, hey man, it's all good, it's Shabbos. We need that Shabbos energy.
Jim doesn't like being told what to do.
No, he does not like being told what to do. I can kind of relate with that though. It's interesting because this particular portion talks about worship. And the kind of worship it talks about is sacrifices, right? Because that's what they did in the good old days, sacrifices. And it's interesting because the Hebrew word for sacrifice, korban, is interesting. It's a very interesting word. It means to bring closer, as many of you have heard. But there's a really neat way Hebrew works grammatically. It's kind of cool. There's something called the hitpa'el. And in the infinitive, the hit karav, as also there's the hit kariv. All these different ways, what does it all mean? To become closer to each other. So it's interesting, often we look at the korbanot as ways for us to get closer to God, but in this case, it's ways for us to get closer to each other. You see, that's actually one of the major functions of our community. In fact, I would think that's the number one kind of idea behind a synagogue, right? The number one function is a place for people to see each other, to be there for each other, to accept each other for whoever we are, within reason, of course. We're all good people here, thankfully. But I think it's interesting because in our tradition, this should be a non-judgmental space. That we should be whoever we are when we come into the space on Shabbos. And the idea is to be in community together, right? And those of us that come here regularly, it's family. I look forward to seeing you when you're here. I don't know if it's the same, but I look forward to seeing you. And I think that's part of what it is to be in a congregation. It's about family. It's interesting for me, I always resonated to synagogue life. As a child, I loved going to Sunday school. I loved being at the synagogue. I loved also working as a madrich and becoming the assistant to the cantor, which I was, and the educator, which I was, not the rabbi, but the educator and the cantor, mostly. And it was really, for me, it was my safe place. I had people that understood me. I didn't have to pretend to be something else. It was a safe place. So I love that tzav in this portion, that in the end, it's really about connectedness. It's about how we connect with each other. So we don't need the korbanot to do that. We can just embrace each other and look into each other's eyes and see each other for who we really are. What a beautiful blessing to be part of a congregation. We pause in silent reflection.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי
We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. That healing may be a physical one, a spiritual one, or a mental one. On this Shabbat, we think of Seth Ammerman, Jana Agrovich, August All, Bobby Barco, Ira Berkowitz, Mort Berlant, Arnold Berliner, Pauline Bronstein, Carol Brindell, Francie Brown, Betsy Hammer-Carr, John Castro, Melissa Champer, Talia Sorowski, Bonnie Coleman, Deanna Courtwright, Rita Dempsey, Ellen Dover, Toby Ellman, Diane Fisher, Jenna Fischoff-Hyman, Holly Fugit, Marilyn Fuller, Josie Garcia, Marcia Garcia, Marcia Gieser, Libby Gray, Jack Hass, Olivia Hend, Avram Harris, Linda Harris, Sharon Jackson, Rolando Johnson, Jesse Jessen, Rolando Johnson, Mimi Jones, Sylvia Karp, Joy Kaiser, Elizabeth Ledwitz, Carol Lerner, Jackie Levinson, Bobby Lotman, Janice Lucero, Marie McIntyre, Stephen Marceri, Rich McCarthy, Scott McCaslin, Bev Mendel, Nick Murphy, Barbara Wanamaker Neiman, Naomi Nakano Matsumoto, Nathan Orloff, Glenn Overstreet, Gilbert Palazzo, Melanie Pearson, Barry Pinsley, Alice Pons, Ann Port, Sherry Prezant, Stephanie Rasmussen, Ramon Rivas, Linda Rogers, Julius Rodriguez, Eva Rose, Daryl Sanchez, Laura Sanders, Victoria Schneider, Norma Slavitt, Laura Sepulstra, Jonathan Stern, Margie Stein, Carol Turnbull, Donna Thyman, Eleanor Chastain Williams, Sue Witten, Eileen Wong, Monica Wiley, Yaakov Ben Eda, Megan Young, Rich Zerberger, Tammy Ziegelhofer. If you wish to add another name to our healing list, I invite you to raise your hand.
Lucas Brown.
Thank you. Thank you. Wish upon those we named and those who remain unnamed a refuah shlema, a speedy and complete recovery as we join together praying for their better health. We'll be doing Elna Rafana La by Jeff Klepper.
Elna Rifana La, 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 Elna Rifana La.
I feel like I'm in my home talking to family and friends who've come for dinner. I am, you're right. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Virginia Beck, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our Kabbalat Shabbat service led by the rabbi, the cantor, and Shannon. Thank you. All right. After our service, we invite you to the Temple House for Kiddush, Hamotzi, and Oneg. Tonight's Oneg is sponsored by Lois L. in memory of her husband, Sherman, and Karen and Penny Henry in memory of Sylvia Rosen, mother of Penny, and grandmother of Ariana, Annalise, and Braden. Next week, we have an opportunity to worship at our Shabbat in nature. And that evening, we have an opportunity to have fun with making money for the preschool at the Giants game. Go San Jose Giants. The following Sunday, on the 14th, we will once again be partnering with AAI, Abrahamic Alliance International. Get it right. To assemble hygiene kits here at TEE. So it's an easy one, it's right here. Please register, excuse me, for this important interfaith social action opportunity online. Also check online for August 19th and 20th, the big celebration. April. Oh,
You don't have to wait until August. It's good, I can be there.
I'm sorry, I do that a lot. April 19th and 20th to celebrate the rabbi's 25th anniversary with us. We're going to have a fabulous Shabbat from 6 to 8:30 and our gala on Saturday night. Yes. So do register and do come. It's going to be a fabulous evening. Finally, we hope you will join us for a lovely second night Seder on April 23rd Registration and information is online. And next Friday at 7 p.m. for Ev Shabbat Family Services, led by the Mazel teens.
Actually, it's all the religious school.
All the religious school. So that's going to be a very special night. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Thank you, Virginia. After Kiddush and Motzi, the gift shop shall be open. Thank you, Eileen. What was that? Yes. Are you worried? Are you worried, man? There's no hats. I think they have Keep Hope, but no hats. Yeah. That's my luck. Well, now I don't want to move along. We continue with Elena. Please rise if you're able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We now focus our energies toward those who are missing right now. People that may have died recently or in years past. On this particular Shabbat, we think of those that are grieving the Shiva the first week of mourning for Margie Milrad, beloved mother of Scott and Doug Milrad. Also want to think of my son-in-law Jake, who lost his grandfather on Sunday during Purim. His grandfather had a great sense of humor, so I think it was a little fitting that Kenny died then. But we think of Kenneth Johnson as well. We also think of those Israelis that died this week as we think of Sergeant Nisim Chalon, 21, Sergeant Lior Raviv, age 21, Sergeant Ile David Garfinkel, also 21. We also think of those that are grieving the Shaloshim, the 30-day period of mourning for Bob Kaiser, Shirley Stein, Roz Mishkin, as well as the idea of soldiers and Israelis have died since October 7th. We also think of those civilians in Gaza that have died as well. We also think of those that are grieving the Shana, the first year of mourning for Sheldon Aronowitz, Mark Atlas, Sally Colby, Lucille Delman, Jenny Deshotsky, Thera Doktorovich, Edith Donath, Ingrid Eisenstein, Professor David Ellenson, Daniel Ellsberg, Federica Edis, Ruth Fox, Mary Gold, Meyer Goldberg, Bobby Gornberg, Justin Gross, Lily Hannon, Marilyn Hanloff, Lee Henderson, Lynn Hendrickson, Roosevelt Hoover, Helen Ibsen, David German, David Lemon, Daniel Long, Nancy Markham, Jean Marksheimer, Maria Bitta McClure, Bishop P.J. McGraw, Ken Nist, Carolyn Offenhartz, William Poor, Heidi Preston, Perry Perwin, Harriet Reisner, Janessa Schwartz, Judith Schwartz, Lois Starr, Guy Stern, Marcia Thaves. We also think of the following yard sites we observe on this Shabbat as we think of Hilda Ale, Hai Alkin, Leon Thomas Aronson, Marion Berghoffen, Raymond Berman, Judith Biro, Idel Kagan, Lizzie Cohen, Charlotte Daniels, Irene Danzinger, Carlo De La Roca, Molly Dorff, David Emanu-El, Jean Engelman, Leonard Ehrlichman, Shirley Feynman, Irving Friedman, Eileen B. Gittin, Frida Braheen Goldine, Gerald Grayson, Hilda Herlick, Edith Ratner Hoffman, Leslie Jacobs, Marie Knopf, Beatrice Malter, Lena Marcus, Ethel Migdal, Celia Miller, Robert Morse, Berna Nanman, John Newman, Gertrude Osiel, Rich Pasco, Kenneth Perkins, Gavin Peters, Rena Price, Herb Price, Sally Ratner, Sylvia Rosen, Ahuva Roth, Sarah Roth, Esther Schneider, Irene Shebby Schreibstein, Meyer Schwab, Helena Schwab, Thyra Seelig, Rebecca Sherman, Beltran Shine, Arnold Schulman, Jeanette Schumer, Irving Siegel, B. Sillen, Sheldon Singer, Ezra Spicehandler, Lois Kahn Svagals, Stephen Kent Tarrin, Arnold Whitman, Samuel Weisfeld, William Wood, Clyde Worthington, Sherman Zell, Misha Zeltzer, Benjamin Zinker. Zichronam livracha, may all the memories of our loved ones endure as a blessing as we all rise to recite together our mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agalav uzman kari v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudesha b'reichu. Le'olam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'elma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlomo Rabba mishamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu v'akol v'nekol nidam v'imru, amen. Please be seated.
We've had a little bit of a taste this evening of what's to come in just a few weeks on April 19th. There'll be some stuff in between and some very important people. And all attention on Rabbi, just what he wants. So thank you to Shannon. And we'll have, in a couple weeks, we'll have our whole band here and our choirs, and it'll be a really joyful Shabbat service of celebration.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Say shalom bimromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen.
oh, say
shalom bimromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen.
Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la.
Come on, everyone.
Yai la 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 la,
Yai
la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la.
Oh, say shalom bimromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen.
Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'Ivu. Amen.
All right. Thank you, Shannon, for joining Cantor and I. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Loved
It's
having you
fun.
with us, as always. And Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's go continue in the Temple House, shall we? Shabbat Shalom. Exactly. We have to go in the kitchen. Like we always